As a creative, you have a job. You have been given a job, you've been given an assignment, you've been given tasks to do, and you should be doing them, right? Let me explain it this way. When you get hired on at a restaurant, right? If I'm gonna go work in a restaurant, they're gonna teach me how to make all the food, right? But they're not, I'm not gonna show up on the first day and they're gonna say, hey, did you bring the ingredients? Did you bring, the spatula? And, did you bring the burger patties with you today? Like, no, they're going to provide everything I need to be able to do the job. They are providing the tools, the food, everything so that I can show up and create, right? And in other forms of creativity, it is the same thing. Whatever you are doing that's a creative act, you have everything that you need to be able to do it, because everything you need is here in your mind. It's a shift to think about it this way and to go, okay, what do I need to be doing as a creative, right? And obviously the answer is creating, being creative, acting out on our creativity, on our art, all of that, right? Easier said than done, of course. So you've been given a job, a task to do, and you have all the tools that you need. Now, thankfully, this is your dream job. Imagine this. Everything that you want in an assignment, it's there, right? Because you have been given a unique gift or unique set of gifts. You are a unique person who has an interest that is special to you, right? No one is going to create the art that you are going to create. No one is going to think of the ideas that you are going to think of. And so when you engage with this creative part of yourself, you are acting in a way, you're living out your most ideal and dream job, right? Think of that job description. Hey, if someone could pay you $100,000 a year to go do something, what is that thing? Right now, obviously we all need to make money, have a job, provide for our family. This is separate from that, right? I'm not saying to abandon those things or to change what that might be in your situation. But what I'm talking about is your ability to create, not just your ability, but your assignment. I believe that God has called us all who are creatives to be creating, right? Not to be hiding our gifts, not to be keeping those away from the world, but to be sharing them, but to be expressing them, but to be practicing them and getting better at them. I believe that is what we are called to do. That is a job that we have been given, right? And it's a really special job because only you can do it. Only you are going to create the art that you can create. Only you have those creative ideas that you have. God has asked you to give of these gifts, right? And to offer them and share them with the people and community that is around you. For about the last 2 years, I have felt really lazy around my creativity. I work for my church. I get to do communications, and I'm super thankful for my job because there's a lot of aspects that are creative. And so over the last 2 years, I've been feeling pretty fulfilled creatively. Like, no job is perfect. You kind of take the good with the bad. But I was feeling very satisfied creatively in my job, and I was cool with it. And I was feeling lazy in my free time. On the weekends, I'm thinking, nope, I don't want to create anything. I just want to rest. I just want to be lazy. I just want to sit back and watch, TV, YouTube, whatever, TV shows, movies. I just want to hang out with friends, hang out with my wife, and just exist, right? Try new food, visit new places. All of these things are good, right? There's nothing wrong with resting. There's nothing wrong with taking a lazy Saturday afternoon, every once in a while, right? All these things, going and seeing a movie with friends. But I was feeling very lazy in my creativity and realizing there's so much more that I can experience when I am being obedient. Is a weird word, but it really is, like when I am being obedient to who I know I am deep down inside, like who I am as a creative. God has gifted me and given me a clear direction of where I should go as a creative. And so I don't know if you are feeling this pull the way that I've been feeling. I started this YouTube channel. It's a pull from God to share with the world. And so maybe you're feeling something similar, is like you have these gifts, you have these talents, and you need to be doing them more. You need to be practicing that more. Now, it doesn't have to be a public, exposition of your art. Not every art or every creative act needs to be like totally public, like published on the internet, or, put in, not every, for writers, not everything that you're going to write is going to be published, right? But as a writer, if you aren't writing, nothing that you're not going to publish anything, right? I remember for me, my longest running hobby for a really long time was writing music, and specifically hip hop music. And so for me, one of my favorite things to do would just to be pull up a YouTube beat and start writing. And often it was a expression, a way for me to express my emotions or to connect more with a difficult circumstances. Maybe if I wanted to have a challenging conversation with a friend, or I was upset at a coworker, I would throw on a beat and start writing. And that was a really amazing way for me to express myself and to get that out, right? And that hobby has fallen away, and it's kind of interesting. I wrestle with that. I'm like, should I be doing that more? But it was this freedom for me of just, hey, I'm gonna do this. And there were times where I would record the songs. There were times where I did a more professional recording of certain things, and some stuff came out. Most of the time, if I recorded something, it didn't ever go public or go out to the world. But that's okay, because it was just for me, right? So when you create, the act of publishing, right, the act of posting it on social media, that's not the important part. The important part is that you are being creative, that you are being, again, here's the word, obedient. You are being obedient to what you know deep down is what you were created for, how you were created, and what you were created to do. Because you have a job, you have an assignment. Our world needs your creativity. The world needs you to act and be doing your job, right? Be doing this job of being creative and sharing that with others. A lot of the times we think about the goal in life is to work, and then one day we don't have to work anymore, and we can just sit on the beach and do nothing, and just, we're not contributing anymore because we've done our contributing, and now we can live off of what we've contributed. And that's complete BS. That is completely backwards. You and I were created for good work, for using our unique gifts to produce. And that's never supposed to stop. There's never supposed to be a time where you do that and then you don't do that. You should be continuing to discover who you are, the unique gifts that you have, the unique ways that you love to express yourself creatively. So continue doing that. Continue finding those ways and being and creating in only the way that you can be and create.